may we begin. Is there any specific message that you have for the collective, for the Starseed collective right here and right now as we are wrapping up this year of 2022? Greetings. Our wish is that you will begin to understand the power of your command. More and more you are stepping into the fluidity of your mind and your consciousness and how flexible it is to live in this reality. More and more you're beginning to see the fluctuating changes in your states of being, in your mind, in your emotions, in your identity fields, even as dense as your past narratives, as your past times. And although in the past you may have feared the loss of your identity, through these flexible changes, you're beginning to notice that the most essential aspect of you always stays the same through these flexible changes. And as all of these shifts and changes and transformations occur, you are beginning to notice that there's a large body, vast beyond your comprehension, that always remains the same. And as shapeshifters that you are on higher densities, I invite you to feel into why it is that you are drawn to change your mind, change your appearance, change your timelines, shifting realities, and why it is that many humans have an obsession to shifting realities is a practice of shape-shifting. Because in essence, your reality is yourself. And even though your understanding of timelines and realities are limited in many ways, the way that you can relate to shifting your reality is getting you closer and closer into the nature of who you are by knowing that as you shift realities, as you shift frequencies, as you shift your desires, as you shift your identity, as you shift your appearance, as you shift what it is that is not your core essence, all of these things that are not the essence of who you are, as these things continue to shift, you find that which is truly your essence, because this essence always remains the same. You can change everything about yourself tomorrow, your hopes, your fears, your greatest dreams, and you will notice that you remain the same at your core essence. And part of the obsession of humankind to manifest realities and the level of changing and shifting that is required to actually manifest realities. Because manifesting reality isn't just about calling something into your life. Manifesting realities is really about changing your identity, shifting realities, and shifting yourself, shifting your avatar, shifting your beliefs, shifting your mind, shifting your emotions. Everything must shift in order for you to manifest a specific outcome. It's not about just simply becoming a match to your desires. The deeper truth of manifestation is that you learn your core essence and who you truly are, because you are under pressure to change many things about yourself as you are driven to change your reality, as you're driven to manifest a specific outcome. So there is this drive to manifest, but the truer calling to your manifestation is to learn what it is that you are at your core, because this will allow you to notice that even when you change your belief systems, even when you change your outlook, even when you change your thoughts, even if you change your emotions, even if you change all that one may hold on to as a self-identification mechanism in order to manifest something, there's something deeper, higher, vast, that remains unchanged through the processes. And as you manifest more outcomes, more desirable outcomes, different desired outcomes, over time, cycle after cycle, as you will continue to prefer to manifest another outcome and another outcome, you will see that through all of these outcomes, through all of these cycles, through all of these energetic manipulation in its highest sense, as that is essentially what it is. Manifestation is sovereign energetic manipulation, and it will lead you to discover the transcendent self that remains still, that remains the same through all of these shifts. If you would like a shortcut, there it is, the truth. When you master that truth, when you know exactly who you are on that level of transcendence, then you will easily navigate through your desires, your manifestations, your timelines. Thank you for this message, Andromedan facets of consciousness. I would like to now tune in to the Starseed Energetics grid and request what we can expect for the upcoming year of 2023. This is the Andromedan Council speaking. The year of 2023 is actually a vortex of harmonization to the Atlantis collective. And many of the timelines, gifts, abilities, energetic bodies that will emerge with all of these starseeds are related to the Atlantean timelines. And everything that happened through the vortex of 2022, which has been a portal, have seeded many different harmonization synchronicities to occur for the next 12 years. It has been a gateway to seed the timelines to open up and synchronize and harmonize into place that were previously impossible due to the density of humanity. And although there had been systems of destruction and the pandemic that occurred leading up to 2022, and some may view this as a negative cycle, in truth, this allowed for an opening of all of these seeds to occur and anchor in through the chaos. It created a distraction in many ways for most people for many different agendas. It wasn't just the agenda of seeding the consciousness facets. Many different dimensions had many different agendas, so to speak, through this destructive cycle that recently occurred through the pandemic. However, one of the higher facets of agendas, so to speak, had been to anchor in these seeds of consciousness and timelines and portals and gateways to come. And 2023, one of the most immediate and relative timelines that are being anchored is the Atlantean cycle, the Atlantean collective. This will be profound. Some of the Atlantean technologies that had been utilized through that age are beginning to come online now. And your role is to notice what's different from the Atlantean age and here and now. How these technologies can be integrated in a harmonious and conscious way with all of the different facets, that are also merging in harmony, such as the Lemurian consciousness, such as all of the galactic beings that are gathered here during this time. As starseeds that you all are, who have been preparing for metrics of time that you don't even have a possible reference to. This is a convergence of history and the future. This is the convergence point where you will quite literally see a merge of what conceptually is called the past and what conceptually is called the future and what conceptually is called the present will evolve into a hyperdimensional geometry, so to speak, to give you a visual example, on multiple levels at once. And another primary aspect that is opening up through these vortexes is the Mayan network, the Mayan consciousness. And in this Mayan consciousness, you will have a heightened understanding of systematics of the universe. To a degree that has not been possible before. So you will understand as you go through the next cycle, these pieces are going to come together for you. Your brain centers will become more harmonized. Your mind, body, spirit will become more harmonized. As these time contextual references of past, present, and future harmonize, this is a simple metaphor or only one facet of the multidimensional crystal of all Trinity systems becoming synthesized and harmonized. In a decade of time, you will no longer recognize yourselves and the state of consciousness in which you resided in at this moment. You are shifting as we speak right now. Your consciousness leaps octaves as we speak right now. Enjoy it, beloved soul. Thank you for this message. And one more question that I would like to ask is on abundance. As much systems are collapsing in the area of the economy, and abundance is one of the most highly requested manifestations for humankind. Would you have a few words around this area of abundance for all starseeds who are tuned into this bandwidth right now? And this is Lyran consciousness stepping in rather than the Andromedan, the Lyran council of the highest frequency. Thank you. They would like to step in as they feel this is more fitting for this guidance. The relationship that humanity has towards the systems of money, the systems of economy, are the most grounded manifestation or aspect of limitations that are placed in consciousness as a whole. The system of consciousness and the bandwidth and limitations placed on the human mind, emotions, and body are reduced down to the metrics of money and currency on a very visceral level of experience. So if you can imagine the distribution of the economy that is quite uneven, unbalanced, and limited, this is simply a reflection of how limited your cognitive structures have been placed underneath the system of control. So whenever anyone notices a limitation in economic flow, it would be wise to reroute that frustration to understand that this is a limitation in your overall level of being, in your mind, in your body, in your emotions, in your frequency of being. We are not asking you to dismiss the content of money when the frustration comes up, but you can directly use it as a sign to rewire your cognitive structure to navigate yourself out of the types of mindsets and the types of thinking processes that are involved with you feeling like your resources are lacking. Find a formula in which you can walk yourself step by step out of the limitations that you feel are placed upon the economic system or your level of abundance, and see what comes up, and find yourself and train your neural pathways to cognitively and emotionally emerge yourself out of a level of thinking that perceives lack, perceives limitation. And that exact formula can be utilized for any level of your experience, any facet of your experience. And as you transmute your cognitive structures towards money, towards economy, you will be able to use the same fractal of transmutation in your energetic body that is so relevant to the direct physical experience and apply it to every other level of your life. So enjoy it as a tool, a reminder into the expansion that is inevitable in your evolution. We thank you for your presence and your transformation. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Grounding, grounding, grounding. Connecting with the source consciousness once again back into your heart space, heart space, heart space. Sealing the field right now. Thank you so much and have a good integration.